Okay, we are back. We're going from the sinful side of the world to how we get healthy again. Welcome, Armone from Armone's Core Connection.
Thank you for having me.
Great. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, we are a full service gym in the heart of La Jolla. We're right in the village on Girard Avenue. And we offer several different types of exercise classes. We're very unique in that we focus on small group classes, personalized service. We offer boxing, Pilates. We have a full Pilates studio with all the apparatus, circuit training, personal training, nutrition, bar classes, everything you could possibly want.
What is bar?
Okay, bar is kind of the new hot thing
Yeah, it's
going
spelled
around.
like Barre. And I'm like, what
which
is that?
French, right? So it's a ballet bar
Okay.
that you do a series of exercises on, and it's intense. A lot of cardio, a lot of jumping around.
With a ballet bar?
You're holding onto the bar. You're doing a lot of exercises off of the bar, but most of the time you're holding onto the bar. A lot of leg work, footwork. And then we use small weights. It's pretty intense. My trainer that teaches that, I have two trainers that teach that. One is a professional ballroom dancer. So
Wow.
she's pretty
So you have it
insane.
all down there.
We have it all. We have it all. We have 16 trainers. They're top notch. I have a professional MMA fighter that teaches our boxing classes. He's incredible. He's the welterweight champion. So
Wow.
Pretty amazing. And then our lead personal trainer, he's been in the industry for over 25 years, and he's trained professional boxers, jiu-jitsu, pretty incredible. Just some top-notch trainers, only the best.
Yeah. Well, I wish that we had the studio cam going because, you are in such amazing shape
Oh, thank you.
that, but you look like, you could be a Disney, princess character at Disneyland. Okay. But you are tough. I mean,
Yeah.
what does it take for somebody to get in the kind of shape that you're in? I mean, realistic expectations
Realistically,
for somebody here.
There's no miracle. I'm not going to tell you you can cheat and work out 30 minutes a day, 3 days a week. That doesn't work. It takes a lot of hard work, a lot of sweat, sometimes tears. It's a lot of work. And I work out, honestly, myself at least 1 to 2 hours, 5 to 6 days a week. And I'm going to say most of my clients, that's our reputation in town. It's intense. I mean, you're going to come in there, it's no nonsense. You're going to come in, you're going to work. But the people that come and see me, that seek me out, know that about us. If they want results, they come to our studio and they're going to work for it. They're going to earn it. But the results are there. If you walk into my studio, I'm telling you, everyone is in amazing shape. They work out 2 to 3 hours a day. Some of them, they go back to back different classes. They'll take a boxing class, they'll take a Pilates class, and then they'll take a spin class. It's really an amazing.
How much variety,
culture.
how much diversity do you need to really get in good shape?
I advocate, switching it up, cross training for sure. Pilates is my base. You have to have that core strength. And the great thing about Pilates is you get the core strength along with a lot of isometric exercises and some cardio.
Now, what is isometrics? What does that mean?
So weight training,
Okay.
So you're using your body weight on these different pieces of equipment along with spring resistance to do a series of exercises.
Charles Atlas.
Uh-huh.
Isometric.
Isometrics,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
You're too
So if
young
you're
for that?
holding
Yeah, I
something
don't
in
know who that
place,
is.
right? That's
Okay.
isometric.
Okay.
Okay, like if you're holding a box or something out in front of you, that would be an isometric position. But a lot of weight resistance. But you
Okay.
also need the cardio component, which is why we offer the spin, the kickboxing, the circuit training. I believe you really have to switch it up, and it makes it fun. You're not doing the same workout
Because it gets
every
boring
single.
if you're doing the same thing.
You have to be able to have diversity and come in and say, okay, today I'm just not feeling like boxing, and I really would prefer to just kind of switch it up and do some circuit training or get on a spin bike for an hour. So you need that. You need to be able to switch it up and stay interested, and that's so important.
How do you differentiate, or how do you design a different workout for different age groups? How does that tie in?
Well, age is just a number.
Oh, bless you.
And
Yeah, but I got
But
a
it's
big
true.
number.
but it's true. I'm going to say we have clients, teenage clients all the way up to clients in their 80s, and they are all working really hard in there. And it just depends on what the person's goal is, really specifically, what their goal is, and what their fitness level is when they come in. So if they come in and age again, depending on if they have arthritis or whatever injuries you might have or limitations, we work around it, and that's why we keep the classes small, so that you get that personalized attention based upon what your needs are and what your goals are.
Right.
And really, everybody, regardless of your age, has a core.
Absolutely.
And you got to pay attention to that
Yes.
core, right? I mean, we were even
Yes.
talking to Chef Bernard, because as chefs, they're on their feet
Oh,
standing all day. And, so whatever your occupation is, everybody has a core, and it is the key
It
to
is.
staying in shape.
It
Maybe you can
is.
explain to everybody, since you're Armande's core connection, what the
What is
core
core?
is and why
Okay.
it's so
So
important to deal with
The
that.
core, you have to think of it as a tree, okay? And if the tree trunk is your core. If the trunk of the tree is not stable, the tree is going to fall. Okay, so those muscles are your abdominal muscles, your transverse abdominals, your obliques, your glutes, and your shoulder girdle. That whole midsection of your body is your core. So we really focus, especially in Pilates, we focus a lot on strengthening the core, because again, without a solid core, the rest of it's gonna flail, and you're gonna hurt your back. You're gonna have issues. So we always focus on the core, and all of my trainers are so professional, and they're all trained in stabilization, core stabilization, and strengthening of the core in everything. So we work on form a lot. Everything. You're not just going into the gym and throwing around a bunch of weights and jumping around without using proper form. Again, that's why we keep our class sizes so small, so you get that personalized attention.
Yeah. You're listening to Close Up on San Diego Business here on KFSD AM 1450 and financialnewsandtalk.com. I'm your host, Barry Waxler, here with my co-hosts, Andrea Kay and Al Arias, and our guest, Armone from Armande's Core Connection. One of the things that I want to focus on is you do a lot of group exercise, and there are reasons for that, because a lot of people are scared of the personal training. Sometimes they're scared one-on-one. Sometimes they're scared of the cost.
Right.
So this is what group training addresses.
Exactly. So personal training is great. We do offer the one-on-one, but some people can't afford that. It is expensive. I'm not going to lie. It's not cheap. So what we offer to them is small group classes where, again, they get that personalized attention. And we do take every client's needs and goals into consideration with those classes. We look at anyone who has injuries, and we modify the workout, regardless if they're one-on-one or in a small group. But it cuts the cost factor into a fraction of the price that
Right.
you would be paying for.
Do you
personal
lose
training.
Do you lose anything in a group session?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Again, we take every single client into consideration. All their needs, all their any ailments they might have, any injury. We have clients in there wearing boots from broken ankles or a broken foot, and they still get into the group class, and we modify their workout. Every person that walks in there knows that, and it's really special.
Wow.
Yeah, well, I love that you are also honest about the fact that you're an intense place, that you put together intensive, workouts for people. And to me, that's great, because, I mean, really, what's the point of paying money to go to a gym, to flounder around for an hour to go home and get no results? And
Well,
I've had friends of mine that have
exactly.
done that by going to some of the big, national, places, and they're not getting any results. And I talk a lot about my love for naughty foods. I'm from the South, is what we do. But, it's also not magic that I'm still wearing, a size 2. I mean, there's a reason for it. I work
Right, you
out.
work hard.
I indulge, but I indulge in moderation, and I pay attention to staying healthy and staying fit.
Right, absolutely. And again, like I said, there's no miracle pill. There's no easy answer. There is an easy answer. The answer is you're going to have to work hard.
You're
You have to
looking
earn
at
it.
an easy answer.
Yeah.
And I don't look good.
Yeah.
And I don't lie to my clients. They come in and they want results. Well, this is what you're going to have to do. You have to earn those results. And
But the
they
accomplishment
learn
after.
to love it. Yes.
Yeah,
And it
because when
becomes
they
a
get the
lifestyle.
results, they're
It's a
excited.
lifestyle. And I really, really impress that upon my clients. It is a lifestyle. You can indulge. You can, have your cheat here and there, whether it's alcohol or sweets or fattening foods, but you're going to have to work that off, and it's all in
you
moderation.
you work with more than just the physical exercise
Yes.
part. You also counsel in diet and nutrition.
Yes, we have an on-staff nutritionist, and we offer different programs for nutrition. And the majority of our clientele is on the nutrition program.
Great.
So it's totally individualized, and we deal with professional athletes all the way down to elderly clients and teenage clients. So we do have a lot of professional athletes, which also helps encourage people and motivate people in the gym. They see these football players in there working out, and they're like, oh my gosh, I see them. I'm going to work out next to them, so I'm going to work just as hard. It's pretty awesome.
Although I might drop a weight on my head if I saw some of the Chargers in there, I'd be so distracted.
Yeah, they are.
Speaking of yummy,
they aren't hard to look at, that's for sure.
Yeah, we're talking about doing some special work with some of the retired athletes, and when you see the athletes in action versus after they retire, it's a whole different story.
Yeah,
we need to start working and get you involved in some of that too for some of the retired athletes.
Yeah.
Definitely, I would love to do that.
So, I have one question for you. This is a personal question versus
Oh dear.
Okay,
No.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay. When I work out 5-6 times a week, I'm in there. I try to get in whenever I can get down to them, get into the spin classes, and it usually ends up being about at least 4, sometimes 5 spin classes a week. Now I know that's the same thing over and over again, but what I've had trainers tell me is all of the highly intense workouts like spin is addressing what they call a skinny fat versus needing weight training and resistance training to really change your body.
Right.
What can you tell me about that?
Again, it's absolutely true. You can't work at that intensity level 6 days a week. And I'm going to challenge you. I mean, if you're taking a spin class, I mean, there are days that you're, I'm sure, going, I'm just not feeling it.
Right.
And you're not pushing yourself at that level, that anaerobic level from time. You're just kind of cruising.
We drop
It's
off a little bit
easy
when
to-
we hit 29 years old. You know that?
Yeah. Yeah. So, even though you're in that class, you may not be pushing yourself to the
Right.
level that you could be, that high intensity anaerobic state. But recovery is really important. Strength training is extremely important. And again, that's why at my gym I offer so many diverse workouts, because you're going to get the strength isometric weight training in the Pilates and in the circuit training. You're going to get the cardio in the boxing and the spin. You're going to get, all of it. And so you have options. And I really push that upon my clients. You have to switch it up and do all of it.
Great. Well, this is wonderful. Before we go, because we're running out of time, tell our listeners, how do they get a hold of you? How do they find your gym? How do they find you?
We're at 7438 Girard Avenue in La Jolla, and you can go to our website, armonscoreconnection.com, or call us at 858-255-8609.
Great. Well, this has been wonderful. I've gotten an education, and I'm going to have to revisit what I do for myself here now.
You rethinking the cupcakes, the sugar and scratch?
No. I've stayed away from the cupcakes intentionally. I know what I can do to them.
Right.
Anyway, well, thanks for being with us.
Thanks so much.
You're listening to Close Up on San Diego Business, where we get up close and personal with homegrown San Diego businesses and the people that are working hard to make a difference in our community. This is financialnewsandtalk.com. I'm your host, Barry Waxler. We'll be right back after the break with more homegrown business Close Up. And now that you've gotten yourself healthy, we'll show you how to make yourself look even better with Jared from Detour Salon.